And we're back. Soman, what's happening?
I miss my glam team. I had glam for like 3 weeks straight and I miss my team.
Your eyes in the morning sun, I feel you.
Hey, I'm Soman.
And I'm Jun.
And this is a special glamless episode of Evernever TV. I had so much glitter and makeup and hair, people, and clothes. Oh my god. I had the most amazing clothes. And now I'm back in sweatpants. And I'm so happy. The movie is out, and as of now, it's been #1 for 5 days in a row. It's #1 in 84 countries on opening night, which I think is up there with the Netflix records. Book sales are shooting through the roof because all the book fans are yelling at people watching the movie, being like, you gotta read the books, which I applaud because a book is big, you know? Holly, when she reads the book, it's 14 hours?
Really? So that's 7 times the length
of the movie, yeah. And obviously, we can't fit everything into a movie. I mean, the #1 feedback I get is why wasn't it a series? And there's such an easy answer to that question, which is that we sold it in 2013, the week it came out. It was the biggest sale of that year. But streaming original series was not a thing, really, for YA fantasy back then. So the thing was to get it sold as a movie. And so that was the deal structure. The TV option never really was into play. But also, when you do it as a TV series, you don't get the kind of cast that we had.
Well, what about a sequel?
I mean, it just depends how many people watch it, I think. You know, it's an expensive movie, so to get a sequel requires a certain level of performance. Look, at the end of the day, we are happy as clams with one movie. To get one movie of this size is like lightning in a bottle. You know, we'd love to do more. We'd love to see a world without princes, but it'll depend. Holy epping.
So Soman, one of the things that we've been seeing pop up all over social media is your cameos. So can you tell us a little bit about how that all came about?
Oh my god, it was Paul's generosity in letting me do it. I think my second day on set, I got plunked at a table with Charlize, Carrie, Lawrence, and Michelle, and Peter Serafinowicz, and Marquis for 8 hours.
Wow.
And we just had the best time. It was such a good way to sort of become friends with them and get to know them. And
did Paul give you any notes on your character?
He just kept saying, do what you're doing, you're doing good. I think for me, what I wanted to do was not make a fool of myself. I'm in that scene. It's not like a cameo where you just sort of like dance in and then run away. You're in with them, so if you're distracting, you know, you're ruining the scene.
This is so intense, really given the smolder.
Natalie had a fantastic look design. This grizzled, dark underworld feel. She did such a good job. I remember looking in the mirror and I'm like, I look old. It fit the character so well. It was a day I'll never forget. Alright, Jun, tell us about the LA premiere, because Jun was everywhere on that red carpet. I'm diving in with photographers.
There was a big group photo where Soman and the entire cast was getting together. One thing I didn't realize was how aggressive the paparazzi are. They were shouting at me not to up into their expensive cameras. It was lights everywhere.
Crazy.
Like the razzle dazzle of Hollywood.
It was a great moment where Lawrence Fishburne just comes strolling over to me. Lawrence and I at this point, he's like my dad. And he did the same thing on the red carpet. Comes over to me, gives me a hug, shakes my hand for the cameras, and I'm like, Lawrence, my hand is dripping with sweat. Don't touch my hand. And he looks at me and he goes, your first red carpet, your first book being made into a movie on a blockbuster scale with all these people watching, and your hand is sweating? How human. Oh, I was like, oh Lord. He like found a way to totally calm me down.
Yeah.
It was obviously a lot of me hanging with kids. He's like, everything's gonna be fine, everything's good. I'm like, no, everything's okay. I'm like,
but how did everything work out? So who was right?
It was fine, but it was only fine because I said it wasn't fine and I willed it to be fine. It started...
You're like, if I hadn't freaked out,
exactly.
Okay.
It wouldn't have done.
Now that the press is winding down, what's sort of like the next big thing you're turning to?
So I'm editing Fall of The School for Good and Evil, which is one of my favorite books I've ever written. I think Rise and Fall together are just super strong. And I think once you read Fall, you'll sort of understand the whole vision for those prequels. So the book's done, I'm just cleaning it up. And then I'll be turning full-time to Beast and Beauty, which is going to be our TV show that I get to control from start to finish. The goal is to make that sort of a big, fantastic new world. So that'll be the next couple things. It'll be fun to do a TV series because there's a little more space to play with.
Exciting stuff ahead.
Lots of stuff. So we'll see you soon. Drop any questions you have in the comments below and we'll see if we do a Q&A episode at some point.
See you guys.
Bye.